We start the game.
Nicky, you need something bigger than that.
Two trainers, thank you. Thanks,
Obviously, the first thing I've got to do is welcome the OLIVEO lads to Houghton-le-spring here. And if I may be allowed from the people of Houghton to speak for them, which is an honour, I would obviously like to thank you, and I've done that, but the game today is important because of the power. It's not just a game of football, it's the power of football. And you can see today that how many people of all different age groups, down to this fella here, the power of football brings everybody together, all different nationalities, whatever your status is. We can use football to do this type of thing. On the game today, well, I thought that the night out in Newcastle might have a little bit of a thing. And of course, BG will tell you I take my football seriously, so I did a little bit of spying on YouTube. I've seen a couple of your games, so it wasn't really a shock to us. So we did that preparation, and we can see I was a little bit embarrassed by your facilities because they look fantastic over there, and we're still striving to get to that standard here. I was down. I had the honour through working for the FA to be down at our headquarters, the new St George's Park, a month ago, and we were talking about, as we do every so often, about how we change our football DNA. Now, then, as a compliment to you fellas, my criticism of our football association is that whoever wins the World Cup, we copy. We become Brazilian, we become, dare I say this, German.
Rostov.
German, and we become indeed Dutch. The problem is, we shouldn't copy. And I think that you were successful. A little bit of a dip now, international.
You say it nicely.
But the fact that you don't copy anybody means that you produce better players. And an example of that, we haven't produced a world-class player for 30, 40 years. You've produced the Cruyffs, the Hullets, who's a particular favourite of mine. Wijnaldum. And yes.
Mine all of them, yeah.
Lots of in between. So I don't think we'll get into the argument which football is better because we lose, I think. But you know, forgetting about all that, again, it's about the power of football. Now then, I'd like, and I'm sure you would as well, to say a few thank yous to everybody. Now, the main people is the people in Houghton who are here today. Some people are not football people, but they're here. Our two councillors who are sitting there very quietly. We'd like to thank them for coming, and obviously I know that you are going to try and help what we're trying to do down here along, and if it's within your power. We've already discussed that. The other thing mainly is that, again, I come back to the power of football. There'll be friendships made out of this, and the thank you goes to the fella behind us who I've known quite a while, and he came in here like I don't know if you've seen the film The Mask, but when he arrived on our shores he was a football mask, spinning around, do this, but he got a lot of criticism, but it shone through. He had some great ideas, and we've become friends because of that. On the other side of it, there's people behind and the club who've lent us these facilities, and particularly the ladies about the bar, who, you know, the catering, who have worked.
Yeah!
Sponsor here, sir.
Yeah!
gym, because without these people it's getting more and more expensive, and without these fellas giving us a bump up, what I call a bump up or a lift up, it's going to be difficult to survive. So, but we've also got our lads who I've known since he was a kid, and I've asked these strips today. I asked him, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't a and ah, Jim, just get them. There's the cheque, sign it. I should have signed it for double, actually. But it wasn't a problem, and Lee, we do thank you for that. So I know I've done it. And his son here is modelling today, that's why he's here.
Nice shirt.
So I'm going to finish now and hand things over to BJ, but if I could, whoever you, I think it was my colleague there, the coach, Peter. But if you come forward, I'll give you a little bit of glassware. So
Your good side. BJ.
I have a small problem because I came over 80 years ago to this country, and when I 18, when I met Jim, I talked a lot. He not that much. He only a bit. We just said, how are we gonna do this? BJ, I start. I'm finished in 30 seconds. This is the new Jim. He talked for ages. He's right. Football brings everything together. And I had a team over from OLIVEO last year, the juniors. Why? Because one of their coaches was with 24 coaches over in England. Because 24 Dutch coaches wanted to learn from the English. How do they work? We went to the academies of Sunderland, and I said, that's the Premier League. I bring you to grassroots if you want, and it's slightly different. And then you're going to have a lot of respect for how people work at that level. The facilities we know in Holland are beyond anything. They are the best, I think, in the world. In England, at grassroots, is fighting against a lot of things. Mainly, no resources, no facilities, and fantastic players. That starts with the youth. If they're not getting into the academies, it's very hard for them. I think today we saw an example of a team which is Jim is managing, but also the Boers, the Houghton Boers. It was fantastic to see two teams locally playing against Dutch opposition with basically any resources they can get. They have main sponsor, clubhouse, facilities. And they said at a certain time this morning, BJ, why are these players already out? I said they're putting the nets up. What? Because these boys, when one ball is flat, they go back home. It's not very well organized by our groundsmen. That gives you a little bit of an idea. So going to an academy is easy. Going locally, and it's fantastic, because 3 years ago we were here with the team, and Martin, you were part of that, the Horn, and when Jim said, BJ, bring them over because I want that exchange. I'm exactly the same. We singing, that's a nice phrase and all, we singing from the same hymn sheet. We want development, we want to help each other. And that's basically what happened this weekend. We brought the Dutch over, and the Dutch are very good in giving an opinion. BJ, why is this? BJ, what's that? Why is that different? That's different than our country. That's fantastic. Because in the end, you start to realize, whoa, that's a different culture. I made, like he really truly said, about 1,000 mistakes, because this, someone said, you shouldn't say arrogant Dutchman, you should say elegant Dutchman, made about 1,000 mistakes. Because, oh, we the Dutch, we develop, no, we don't. We just pick the best things from all sides. And today, we brought them together. I called them yesterday, and I said, Jim, bloody hell, the weather, frozen pitch, what are we gonna do? BJ, don't worry, this is English. Don't worry, we settle, we organize something. This morning we came in, and you saw what kind of a day we had. I want to thank Jim. On purpose, we didn't bring anything. That gives you a reason to come to Holland with your team. So basically, I'm not prepared. Again, you're better prepared than me. But I want to thank you, and I mean it truly, on the one condition: when you go to Holland, I think you need a very good guide. Someone who knows where to go. Hopefully.
Helemaal, Peter.